With over 800 songs, surely there will be some terrible ones in Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I will point out the songs I hate most, or don't think have a point to be in the game. I'm not the type to need a song to make me wanna fight, to think it is good in a fighting game either. But first, an honorable mention, Dylan's Rolling Western, and how it would be perfect on Spirit Train. This honorable mention highlights a huge issue with how music is handled now. It is all classified by series and can only play on stages of the same series. This seems okay, until you get to the unrepresented franchises that can now only be played on stages categorized as other. Plenty of fitting songs for stages of the franchise can now only be played on something like Pilot Wings. The unrepresented music should have been treated like a wildcard and been able to be used on literally any stage. This would have done wonders for Midgar and a few others. Also, another honorable mention is nearly all classic tracks that have been remixed. Target Brawl. I have always hated this song. It is just too much, and it's such a short melody repeated without a breather. It is a cacophony of discord, unlike its predecessors that are nice and chill, jazzy little earworms. Online Lobby Brawl. Why does Brawl's music suck? I'm being a little hyperbolic. This one isn't that bad, until you hear it on repeat for 15 minutes trying to get a match going. It's not a great song. It's one of the worst renditions of the main Brawl theme. But they needed something mellow, with a longer loop for an online lobby. Ground theme band. Why are there so many versions of the Mario theme with big band instruments? There doesn't need to be, and Smash has so many already. A little big band goes a long way, and I've had enough for at least 2 lifetimes. There are so many other genres of music. Have a little variety, Nintendo. You are making Mario seem less hip and more like something for Grandpa. This will always be slid down for me. Super Mario Bros. Medley. The intro is so arrogantly jolly. I don't know how something can sound arrogant and jolly, but I don't like it. I want to slap my TV. It's sad, because there are parts in the middle that are okay, but then that
Bum, bum,
boom
bum.
kicks back in. Why can I not do that without cracking up? 25M, featuring boss theme Super Mario Bros. 2. Damn it, this song is less than a second long, and it just loops. This isn't music. This is torture that qualifies as a war crime. Just 1 minute has me squirming. Imagine making someone listen to 25M for 25 hours. At least the Super Mario Bros. 2 boss theme is 10 seconds long before repeating. Sakurai needs to be tried for these heinous crimes against humanity. Jungle level jazz. Smash has a problem with just having a bunch of covers of a couple songs. It also has a problem with not making music that sounds like an elephant competing for your attention with a trumpet solo while you try to fight Kirby. This song checks both boxes. I guess since it's a jungle, maybe it makes sense. It sounds like an elephant. Actually, I'm kind of starting to like this one. Let's move it to the top of this list. It's still way too much. But it's not all bad. Until it sounds like a silent movie. Back down you go. DK Rap. I like the Donkey Kong rap, but this is a censored, non-explicit version. It's weird. It's missing parts, and just give me the real rap. This song grates on me a little more every year that passes. Village of the Blue Maiden. Maybe I'm just weird and don't like shrill noises. Maybe everybody else absolutely loves shrill, sharp-sounding noises and I'm weird. That flute is a constant, the whole song. There's no escape. It's almost like when a kid gets a whistle and follows you around blowing as hard as they can all day. Burning Lava Fish. This track works in its game. It's a cinematic moment, perfectly synced to the track. It's like a movie score. Which is the problem. Imagine putting a movie score into a video game. It doesn't work. Title theme, Nintendo Land. I never realized how much I don't like this repetitive song, because when you play the game, you press start and get past it. The thing is, title music should open slowly so players don't hear the same 4 notes every time they play. Garage, Tank Troopers. This is an other track. It's not terrible, it's also not great, and it has some sharp noises. But it mostly just doesn't fit on any of the stages it can play on, except ironically on Living Room or Hannonbow. I'd put it on Shadow Moses or Venom though. Main theme, Yoshi's New Island, original. These aren't shrill notes. These notes screech. It also sounds somehow sober and melancholy, which makes for a very uncomfortable experience on a Yoshi stage. The new remix is great though. It's upbeat and peppy and doesn't start high and sharp and try to sharpen that edge more than a Sonic villain. This version should just be patched out though. Yoshi's Woolly World. Okay, I thought the last one was sharp. I think my ears just started bleeding. It just sounds out of tune and again, depressing. Yoshi music shouldn't make you want to kill yourself, but this is the most I've wanted to kill myself in years. Car Select. This is a fine menu theme that gets you pumped for a race, but it's just weird to fight to. Of all the songs in the series, I don't know why this one is here. Gear Up for. This is what things sound like when I don't get enough sleep and drink 10 cups of coffee. It's like things speed up and slow down erratically. More than anything, the question is why? How does this fit any of the Fire Emblem stages at all? I can't imagine it playing while sieging a castle or in a coliseum. Gamer. Seriously. WTF? This is too dramatic and not fitting of the visual theme of Gamer. This is Sonic levels of taking itself too seriously. Mission Mode, Pikmin 3. This is another unfitting song for the Pikmin stages. And are there crying cats in this? Rhythm Boxing. Hold up. I don't need a song to make me want to fight, but is that a metronome? Metronomes are used to sync actions to the tempo of the metronome. This actively works against you timing your attacks correctly unless your opponent leaves themselves open at each tick. If this is playing, it is going to throw off your game. Calling to the Night. Okay, I like the song. It's actually a good song in every respect. Better than a lot of game music with lyrics, like Jump Up Superstar. But Metal Gear has one stage, and this does not fit it at all. We also don't have a stage filter, so there is no saving this song. The only fitting situation I can think of is a reluctant 99 stock endurance match against your girlfriend because some psycho is forcing you to, and will kill the loser. I could be wrong, but I think that scenario only presents itself once in a while. Tetris Type B. Some of these I struggle to come up with anything to say, because I think, what is wrong with this? And the answer I come up with is everything. This is like something you'd hear in a movie for a Russian family reunion where the protagonist does LSD and starts tripping while his family is getting drunker and more wild. There's no Russian family reunion stage though. Proof of a Hero and Roar/Rathalos. Both of these are other tracks and sound like movie scores, so they don't fit any of the miscellaneous stages. So I must ask the question, why are they even here? Wii Shop Channel, both. No! 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 I listened to this enough downloading things on the Wii. Nobody wants to hear this trash ever again. Glory of Heracles. This has always been a song I question the direction of. So many places you could take these Greek-inspired songs, and you go with a classical Japanese theme. But now it is relegated to miscellaneous stages, none of which are remotely Japanese. There are stages, you could do mental gymnastics to let it play if you like the direction they went. Freaky Forms. What the freaky forms is this even? Why is this here? This song makes me nervous. I don't know where they could have thought this would fit. You got anything else? Did I somehow miss something worse than these? Or do you have a defense for these?